India Global.
India Global.
Hello and welcome.
Today we're going to visit a neighbouring country which is celebrating a very special day.
It's Independence Day. Yes, join me, Vinita Menon,
And Pradeep Kumar.
on a trip to Bangladesh.
The People's Republic of Bangladesh is in the eastern part of the South Asian subcontinent. Straddling the Tropic of Cancer, Bangladesh is surrounded by India on its west, north and east, with a small border with Myanmar on the southeast.
A large part of Bangladesh lies in the world's largest Ganges Delta, formed by the confluence of the Ganga, the Brahmaputra and the Meghna and the tributaries that empty into the Bay of Bengal.
Most of the coastline is marshy jungle, the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forests in the world, and home to the Royal Bengal tiger.
Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, lies on the lower reaches of the Ganges Delta and is among the world's most populous cities. Bangla is the official language of the country, whose rich heritage it shares with the Indian state of West Bengal.
Bangladesh is the fourth largest Muslim nation in the world. India was the first country to recognize Bangladesh as an independent state and establish diplomatic relations with the country immediately after its independence in 1971. The shared history and commonality of language form an important bond of friendship between the two peoples. India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Pankaj Saran, says,
Bangladesh and India share a very, very important history which goes back not just many centuries but also many decades. In 1971, we saw how the people of the then East Pakistan stood up against the government of West Pakistan at that time to demand dignity, self-respect, justice and freedom. And India watched with admiration the struggle for the liberation of Bangladesh. Since then, we have been developing an overall comprehensive and fruitful relationship with Bangladesh.
The visit of President Pranab Mukherjee to Bangladesh in 2013, his first trip abroad after assuming the post, reflects the importance India attaches to its relationship with Bangladesh. High Commissioner Saran speaks of the special ties between India and Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is one of India's most important neighbors. We share boundary with Bangladesh, which is more than 4,000 kilometers long, India's largest boundary with any country in the world. 5 of our states are also neighboring Bangladesh. The density of population that is living on both sides of the border is one of the highest in the world. So in terms of the length of the border and in terms of Bangladesh's geographical location, how we shape our relations with Bangladesh will determine the future not only of India's northeast but also of the sub-region which comprises the broader part of eastern India.
Did you know that the first 10 lines of the poem Amar Shonar Bangla by poet Rabindranath Tagore is the national anthem of Bangladesh?
and that the national poet of Bangladesh, Qazi Nazrul Islam, was awarded the Padma Bhushan by India in 1960.
This shared Bengali legacy is an asset, says High Commissioner Saran.
Bangladesh and India have a very special relationship when it comes to the area of culture and history and the arts. Bengali or Bangla is a common language that we share, and through this medium we also share a very rich historical, cultural and a literary tradition. Great poets like Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Qazi Nazrul Islam and so many others have enriched Bangla literature, Bangla thinking and philosophy, and this is a great asset that we have between us. We have been trying to nurture this, and we find that there is a great empathy between the two peoples to constantly work towards making the whole Bengali culture, literature, arts and music come onto the world stage.
The youth of both countries are the torchbearers of the shared legacy.
There are many illustrious Indians who were actually born in Bangladesh and who trace their roots to Bangladesh, and they are today icons of this rich cultural legacy. In 2011, we had the opportunity of celebrating Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore's 150th birth anniversary and the 90th anniversary of the publication of the poem Bidrohi by Qazi Nazrul Islam. And through these events, the younger generation of Bangladesh and India were exposed to this historical legacy of ours. And this, in fact, constitutes one of the key pillars of our approach to Bangladesh. And I find that there is growing interest, especially among the youth, in such exchanges.
The Ganges Delta is one of the most fertile regions in the world, and Bangladesh is a leading producer of rice and jute. Fishing is an important activity in the Delta region, and Bangladesh is one of the world's leading inland fisheries producer.
Not to forget the culinary traditions of fish and rice, favorites both in Bangladesh and across the border. An Indo-Bangladesh joint working group is to soon assess the stocks of hilsa and other fish resources to collaborate in the field of aquaculture.
Dhaka muslin is amongst the finest textiles in the world. Textile and garment exports are still the largest source of foreign exchange earnings, while shipbuilding, pharmaceuticals and manufacturing are important emerging industries. Speaking of trade ties, High Commissioner Saran says,
Bangladesh has a population of 160 million. It is a large and a growing market, and important aspects of India's relations with Bangladesh is the whole area of economic, trade, investment sectors. Bangladesh is now the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. Yes, we have a trade imbalance with Bangladesh, and we are working with the government of Bangladesh to narrow this. We have a trade regime which will allow Bangladeshi products to enter the Indian market on a zero duty, zero tariff basis. And the results are showing Bangladesh's exports to India in the last financial year were the highest ever in the history of Bangladesh-India relations.
Bangladesh is emerging as an investment destination, says High Commissioner Saran.
More Indian blue-chip companies and Indian majors are looking at Bangladesh as an investment destination and as a land where they can set up factories and export outside Bangladesh as well as cater to the Bangladeshi domestic market. We are committed to helping Bangladesh increase their own exports to India.
India is actively engaged in development cooperation with Bangladesh, says Indian High Commissioner Pankaj Saran.
We have offered a credit line of $1 billion to Bangladesh, the highest ever offered to a single country. The bulk of this money is being utilized for the upgradation of the Bangladeshi railways and the communication sector.
High Commissioner Pankaj Saran says India and Bangladesh have broken new ground in energy cooperation.
For the first time since 1971, late last year, we have established intergrid connectivity on the West Bengal-Bangladesh border, and as of today, 500 megawatts of power is flowing in from India into Bangladesh.
India has always stood by Bangladesh in its hour of need, with aid and economic assistance to help it cope with natural disasters.
Being in the low-lying Ganges Delta amidst a maze of rivers, there are risks from floods caused by monsoons and tropical cyclones.
No prizes for getting the two most popular sports in Bangladesh.
Yes, cricket and football.
A passion shared across the border with India.
That wraps up our visit to Bangladesh. Before we go, here's a question for you. Which English novel by a well-known Indian author is set in the Sundarbans?
Send in your answers to indiajourney360@gmail.com. The first 3 correct answers will get a music CD from AIR's archives and a DVD from the Ministry of External Affairs. Congratulations! Rahul Kumar Sharma from Delhi, Girish Prajapati from Jaunpur, Uttar Pradesh, and Kevin Tom Scaria from Ernakulam, Kerala, for sending in the right answer to our question on Vietnam.
India provided 2 crore rupees grant assistance to Vietnam to set up the Indira Gandhi High-Tech Crime Laboratory in Hanoi.
Until next time then, goodbye.
And travel safe.